So, how to bring it back from the brink of death. So what we want to do is give it a little bit of water, all right? What we don't want to do is what I call the knee-jerk reaction, and that's where we just take a bunch of water and dump it on the plant, okay? If it was starving for water and then we dump 5 gallons of water on it, we're going to kill it the other way by drowning it. So what we want to do is just go ahead and give it some water. And about an hour ago, I gave it not quite half a gallon, and this is a big container, so I'm not saying give your plants a half gallon. This is a huge container, and that's about the right amount for this great big pot. All right, I gave it about half a gallon, and we just want it to start absorbing that into the roots and start feeding into the plant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and properly water it. So maybe an hour later, I'm going to go ahead and water it like what I should have done and get this well saturated, and it'll come right back to life. So what we don't want to do is the knee-jerk reaction, okay? Yes, you have that moment where you're like, oh my goodness. That's not the time to drown it. That's the time to just give it some water, and sometimes that soil gets so hard that that first amount of water will just shed right off because the soil will get really tight and it'll just shed that water right off. We have to let that water soak in and grab a little bit of moisture and then start opening up. And then maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour later, we'll come back through and we'll water it again. So don't do the knee-jerk reaction. You're just going to kill it faster, all right? Go through, give it some water. Hour later, give it what it needs to survive.